Exactly. Ang mechanics ng episode na to, if you haven't watched the last 3 episodes of Legal Advice Corner, meron tayong quiz, shall we say, wherein I will say 10 statements about a certain topic. The topic today is debt claim or contracts or mga hindi nabayaran ng utang sa ating sa Pilipino o sa Tagalog. And you will guess kung totoo ba siya, is it true and law, or myth lang siya, or false, hindi pala tama. I will explain later on kung bakit true or kung bakit false siya, but parte ng ating game you're gonna try to guess. So get a piece of paper, or your notes kung nasa cellphone man kayo, and yes, let's start. Statement number 1, truth or myth, debt claim, sa mga utangan o sa mga hindi nabayaran ng loan. Number 1, you cannot sue someone if it was only a verbal contract. Sa Pilipino, sa Tagalog, hindi ko siya makakasuhan kung ang aming kasunduan verbal lang. Hindi, wala kaming kasulatan, kundi nagsabi lang kami na tanging kita, and therefore ito yung dito mababayaran, it's all verbal, so hindi ko pwede siyang kasuhan. That's number 1. I'll repeat that. You cannot sue someone if it was only a verbal contract. Hindi ko siya pwede kasuhan kung ang aming kontrato, ang kasunduan namin walang kasulatan at verbal lang. Number 2, you will get jailed if there is a judgment against you for an unpaid debt. Sa Tagalog, makukulong ka kapag merong judgment sa'yo dahil sa kautangan. So you will get jailed if there is a judgment against you for an unpaid debt. If you just tuned in, we are doing truth or myth. Topic is debt claim in the UK. So mga kautangan, yung mga kontrata about sa pagpapautang dito sa United Kingdom. We're doing the usual. Get a 1/4 piece of paper and you have to guess kung true ba, totoo ba to? Totoo ba to sa batas o myth lang? Number 3, if you are the claimant, kung ikaw yung claimant, you have to send a final demand letter before going to court. So, kung ikaw yung naghahabol sa umutang sa'yo, kailangan mong magpadala muna ng demand letter or letter before claim before you proceed with court bago mo siya kasuhan. Number 4, small claims court in the UK deals with claims with value of £10,000 or below. So sa United Kingdom, ang sinasabi na small claims court are court that deals with claims below £10,000. Bawal mag-cheata, bawal mag-Google. Number 5, in small claims court, even if I win, kung ako yung partido, even if I win, I cannot recover my legal cost from the other party. So, kung nasa small claims court ako, at ako ang nanalo, hindi ko mare-recover ang legal cost o yung binayad ko sa abogado ko from the other party, kahit nanalo ko. It's number 5. Number 6, in cases with value above £10,000. So, utangan, normally ito yung mga utang, breach of contract, but really, ang focus natin is utang ngayon. Loser pays the winner's cost. Kung loser ka sa case, ikaw yung natalo, babayaran mo ang legal cost ng nanalo o yung binayad niya sa abogado niya on top of obviously kung ano yung napanalunan niya sa korte. In cases with value above £10,000, loser pays the winner's legal cost. So for example, in some case, ito, totoo ba to? Na halimbawa, umutang ng 15,000. Nanalo, umutang ng 15,000 si Juan kay Maria. Si Juan di nagbayad. Si Maria, nanalo sa kaso. So, kailangan ba, maliban pa dun sa 15,000 na ibabalik ni Juan? Dahil natalo si Juan has to pay Maria's legal cost. Yung binayad ni Maria kay Attorney Dana, kailangan ba yung i-reimburse? Reimburse is not the proper legal term, but for the sake of simplicity of discussion, kailangan bang ni Juan bayaran yung legal cost niya ng abogado ni Maria? Number 7, if I don't attend or respond to a claim, the court will not make a judgment against me. So kung hindi naman ako a-attend at hindi ako magre-respond at i-ignore ko lang, wag kong pansinin, di naman magbibigay lang ng judgment ang korte against me. That's number 7. Number 8, I am not allowed to provide evidence relating to the claim like WhatsApp screenshot, Messenger screenshot, Marites screenshot, or bank statements. Hindi siguro yung Marites. But I'm not allowed to provide evidence relating to the claim like WhatsApp Messenger, bank statement, WhatsApp screenshot, Messenger, or bank statement. Sa Tagalog, bawal ako magbigay ng mga ebidensya katulad ng WhatsApp screenshot, Messenger screenshot, or bank statements. In truth or myth, that claim, that's the context of this statement. Number 9, if there is a judgment against me and I don't pay it, so judgment debt, and I don't pay it within 28 days, it will remain in my credit history for 6 years. Kung may judgment against sa akin dahil hindi ko nabayaran yung utang ko at nanalo sila sa kaso, di ko pa rin nabayaran within 28 days of that judgment, county court judgment, ay nandoon, nakalagay sa credit history ko for 6 years. That's number 9. And number 10, not being able to pay is not a defense. The court will only consider the means of the paying party when making an installment order. So, kung sasabihin mo na wala kang pera, hindi yan defense, hindi yan proper defense. Ko-consider lang ng korte ang iyong sitwasyon, financial situation, when it is being asked to make a judgment into an installment order. So, installment, kung sasabihin mo lang na installment yan, dun lang i-consider ang financial situation mo. We'll go through it again very quickly. If you just tuned in, this is Legal Advice Corner still. Hindi po ito college midterms ng University of Filipino TV Europe. We're doing the same thing that we've been doing for the last 4 weeks. We're doing a truth or dare. 10 statements natin in the context of debt claims. Yung mga utang-utang, kung may mga yan ang isa sa mga siguro usual cases na tinatanong sa akin. Ano ba? Ito bang sasabihin na to ay truth or dare? I'm gonna quickly go through it. Number 1, you cannot sue someone if it was only a verbal contract. Kung wala kayong kasulatan, kayo ang inyong pagkakaintindihan nyo lang, verbal lang, hindi mo siya, you cannot sue them. That's number 1. Number 2, you will get jailed, makukulong ka kung may judgment against you for unpaid debt. Kung utang yan at ikaw ay natalo sa kaso, makukulong ka dito sa United Kingdom. That's number 2. Number 3, if you are the claimant, you have to send a final demand letter before claim before you start court action. So, kung ikaw ang naghahabol ng pera, yung nahabol mong inutangan mo, kailangan mo munang mag-send ng letter before claim bago ka tumuloy sa kasuhan. Number 4, small claims court in the UK deals with claims with values below £10,000. Number 5, in small claims court, kahit na manalo ako, hindi ko makukuha o marirecover ang legal cost ko from the other party. This is not about the damages, this is legal cost lang. Kung nanalo siya ng main debt, ng utang, nanalo siya nung kung ano yung hinahabol niya. Pero hindi niya pala, totoo ba to? Hindi niya pala makukuha ang legal cost niya from the other party. That's number 5 in small claims court. Number 6, in cases with value over £10,000, kung ang inyong pinag-aawayan ay above £10,000, loser, kung sino ang natalo, siya ang magbabayad, hindi lang nung natalo niyang natalo na damages or award, but also the winner's legal costs. That's number 6. Number 7, if I don't attend a hearing or respond to a claim, the court will not make a judgment against me. Pag hindi ko pinansin yan, hindi naman mag-order ng judgment ng korte na wala ako. Number 8, I'm not allowed to provide evidence like WhatsApp screenshot, Messenger screenshot, or bank statements relating to my case. So yeah, it's number 8. And number 9, if there is a judgment against me, I don't pay it within 28 days, it will stay in my credit history for 6 years. And finally, number 10, tatagalugin ko na to, hindi daw depensa sa isang debt claim na hindi mo afford magbayad. Iko-consider lang daw ng korte ang financial situation mo when it's being asked kung pwede mong mabayaran ang utang mo by installment. That's number 10. Totoo ba yan o hindi? Truth or myth? Right. Bawal mag-cheat. Get exchange papers na. And we will do our checking of the quiz. Number 1, you cannot sue someone if it was only a verbal contract. Truth or myth? Myth. That is a myth. Even if verbal contract lang yan, that's still a contract. That's for law students out there. Verbal contract is still a contract. Conduct of the parties will be evidence, and the statement from the parties themselves will be your main evidence. So yes, it will be he said, she said, but still, it doesn't stop you from suing someone, even if it's a verbal contract. However, mas maayos pa rin, syempre, na may paper trail ka kung ano talaga yung ang inyong pinagkasunduan. Okay? That's number 1. It's a myth. Number 2, you will get jailed if there is a judgment against you in the UK for unpaid debt. Makukulong ka ba dito sa UK? Katulad na sa atin, may mga estafa, di ba? May mga ganun na, sa Pilipinas. Dito sa UK, myth, hindi ka makukulong. Yun ang, you will get jailed, that's a myth. Dito sa UK, it's a civil matter. Criminal matter, obviously different. If there's cases of fraud, that's criminal side. If it's just a matter that you haven't paid your debt, it'll be a civil claim, and you won't necessarily get jailed. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, if you are the claimant, kailangan daw ba na mag-send ka muna nitong letter before claim na to bago ka pumunta agad sa korte? Truth or myth? That is true. That is further to what we call pre-action protocol. So meron kaming tinatawag na civil procedure rules. Any law students out there, this is a little snippet of technicality. Civil procedure rules, it's actually, if you are curious, it's online. It's available online. In there, ang civil procedure rules yan ang nagbibigay sa amin ng guidance kung paano anong procedure, anong kailangan namin i-follow as lawyers, civil lawyers like me. And that includes a pre-action protocol. At specific din yan for some cases. There's a pre-action protocol for clinical negligence, pre-action protocol for technical cases, and what we call practice direction on pre-action conduct. Sa madaling salita, nakalagay doon, kailangan muna mag-letter before claim bago ka pumunta sa korte. Kailangan, you have to set out, alam ng kabila na malapit ka nang pumunta sa korte. Give them one last chance to sort out the issue. That's number 3. Number 4, small claims court deals with claims with values below £10,000. Truth or myth? That is true. On the basis na hindi talaga small in terms of physically. It's just a classification of saan ka dun sa kumbaga ruling ng korte and how they deal with your cases. But what you need to just remember is, yes, small claims court 10,000 below. Dahil itong number 5 quite important. That's number 4. Number 5 in small claims court. So alam na natin ngayon those are 10,000 below or 10,000 below 10,000 pounds na claim. So kung yan ang pinag-uusapan nyo in terms of mga kautangan, even if I win yung main na hinahabol mong pera, I cannot get or recover my legal cost from the other party. Totoo ba yan o hindi? That is true. So, say for example, 5,000 ang utang sa'yo. Klarong-klaro, ebidensya. Talagang wala na siyang kawala, wala siyang depensa. Nanalo ka. May judgment debt for you. Ngayon, kailangan, tapos sabihin mo, I spent 1 grand or 2,000 for the, or 1,000 for the lawyers who gave me this advice. Can I get it back from the defendant na siya naman yung may sala o siya yung natalo? No, you can't. Under the small claims rule, you cannot get your legal costs. You can't get court fee back and hearing fee, so yung court fee mo, hearing fee, dadagdag yan dun sa total na judgment, pero yung legal cost hindi mo makukuha. That's unless there's unreasonableness, which is a very high bar. Ang default position dyan, mahirap kunin. Talagang hindi mo makukuha yung legal cost. So, that's the reason why kung lalapit sa akin at sasabihin 10,000 below yung claim nila, kailangan kong i-explain sa kanila na kailangan mag-ingat tayo sa legal cost. Kasi hindi naman pwede na nanalo ka ng 5,000 tapos ang legal cost mo 7,000. Di ba magagalit ka no, maiinis ka no, kasi hindi mo naman makukuha yung legal cost mo dun sa kabila. Tapos ano ka pa, may 2,000, may ano ka pa, natalo ka pa, may negative ka pa ng 2,000. So we really have, as lawyers, we have to explain that to you at the start. That's the reason why number 5 is very, very important. Number 6, ito naman, iba naman. In cases with value above 10,000 pounds, kung ang pinag-aawayan ay above 10,000 pounds, loser pays the winner's legal cost. So, sino yung natalo, di niya lang babayaran kung ano yung hinahabol sa kanya, pati pa yung legal cost ng kabala, babayaran niya. Yes! That is true. That is absolutely true. So, pag hindi na small claims, kasi 10,000 yung cutoff ng small claims, 15,000 kumbaga. So, that's the reason as well na parte din yan ng aming legal advice sa inyo. Naku, pag pinatagal mo pa yan at wala ka namang proper defense, natalo ka sa huli, mas malaki pa yung babayaran mo. Kasi hindi lang yung hinahabol, kundi if you're defending in this situation at natalo ka, hindi lang yung hinahabol sa iyo ang babayaran mo, pati pa kung magkano yung legal cost ng kabilang partido. And could be very, very expensive. It could run to thousands of pounds as well. So that is very important in terms of what we call a cost or cost risk advice, the risk of getting an adverse cause order in terms of litigation. Nandito po tayo, civil na po tayo, iniwan po muna natin mga divorce at mga finances na matagal nating pinag-usapan probably for about 2 months. Now we're in civil litigation. So ito yung nitty-gritty na kailangan naming sabihin sa inyo. If you're trying to sue someone or you're defending a case against you, may mga above a certain level of claim, pwede na hindi, mas malaki pa yung babayaran mo dahil sa natalo sa'yo dahil dun sa legal cost element. Number 7, if I don't attend or respond to a claim, ignore ko lang. Hindi naman gagawa ng judgment ang korte against sa akin. Is that truth or myth? That's a myth. If you were ordered by the court to attend the hearing, unless may good reason ka na, halimbawa, nagkasakit ka. But, kung wala namang good reason that it was just pure disrespect, wala ka lang talagang, ayaw mo lang talagang sundin ang korte, they will make a decision, even if wala ka doon. And sometimes, if you miss at the start of a case, if you are defending death claim tayo, diba? Nakatanggap ka ng claim form, nakalagay doon, you have 14 days to defend the claim or acknowledge. You have 14 days to acknowledge the claim, or else the other side can enter a default judgment on you. So that's a classic example. Di mo pwedeng ignore lang yan. Dahil pag in-ignore mo yan within 14 days, pwede kang automatic by default may judgment sa'yo. So, ang takeaway, ang moral lesson dito, don't ignore court notices, don't ignore court hearings, don't ignore letters before claim, do get legal advice. Number 8, I am not allowed to provide evidence like WhatsApp screenshot, Messenger screenshot, or bank statements relating to the claim. Truth or myth? Siyempre, myth. Matagal na natin, 3 taon na natin pinag-uusapan dito na yung mga screenshot ng mga WhatsApp, kung may pinakutang kayo o may mga kasunduan, okay yan. Ebidensya po yan. So, mas maayos na nga na dun yung pag-usapan. O, eto yung papautang ko sa'yo, eto yung babayaran, dito, eto yung dito due yan. It's much easier. Simple as that. It's fine. So, meron pong duty of disclosure. So, sa mga kaso, may disclosure stage. Doon mo ibibigay lahat ng dokumento na related sa case mo. Allowed yan. So, okay yan. Number 9, if there is a judgment against you and you don't pay it within 28 days, it will remain in your credit history for 6 years. Truth or myth? That is true. Siguro narinig nyo na po yan, mga financial advisor. So, you might say, ano namang, sige, magka-judgment. Di naman ako makukulong, di ba? Number 2, di ka daw makukulong. What would happen if you have a judgment? It will obviously have an impact on your credit rating. Mas mahirap ka nang kumuha ng mga loans, mortgage, etc. And it will stay there for 6 years. 6 na taon na andun yan. Number 10, not being able to pay. So, pag hindi ko kayang bayaran, that's not a proper defense. And the court will only consider my financial situation, my means to pay, when it is making an order for installment payment. So, that is true. So, minsan, dito sa mga cases, the other party kung wala silang legal advice, they would sometimes say, hindi ko afford mag-pay, nawalan ako ng trabaho, and so on and so forth. That is not a defense. Hindi po yan defense. We can empathize, obviously, minsan hindi naman kasalanan ng tao, hindi niya naman sinasadya, na-redundant siya, kaya hindi siya makabayad ng utang. But that is not a defense. That is not a proper defense in law. By contract, kung due yung utang, due pa rin talaga yung utang. The court will, however, consider yung financial situation, yung means to pay. If sasabihin mo, hihingi mo sa korte, okay, alam ko, it's my responsibility, but please, can I have time to pay? So they can consider that. So maybe sasabihin nila na, okay, we'll allow payments by installments and this and that. So hindi siya defense. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na it's not due because hindi ko pa kayang bayaran. That's not a proper defense. But you can ask the court to take into consideration your financial situation only kung dun sa immediately be payable ba yan o pwede ba yan installment payment. Especially with small claims court, mas ano yung korte doon, it's meant to deal with yung mga normal yung mga usual na mga smaller sums of monies that people lend to each other, not overly complicated contracts. So if that is the case, it's worth telling the court your situation, but back it up by evidence. Kung nawalan ka ng trabaho, pakita mo yung redundancy letter. If you're on benefits, you should show the court that na ito yung financial situation mo, so that perhaps they could make hindi immediately payable but installment payment. Those are the 10 statements. So kamusta po ang inyong score? I hope it's perfect, Snooki. Ano